Okay, we back once again. So look back at the video I posted last night about the setup coming into today and sort of what I was waiting for to happen, sort of what I was hoping would happen anyways. And it ended up coming to fruition. And so how do we play this? Once we get the signal, the next big thing is to figure out, this is what I do, figure out what the ATR is. What is the average true range? So I'll keep an average true range down here just to see. So once I get in, I want to know what the average true range is at that point. And the average true range a lot of times is a little funky just because, you've got your overnight where the average true range was sitting there at about 6 or 7 throughout the whole night. Then you get an average, then you get a huge move, and that really expands it. So sometimes I'll even use a moving average. You can come in here and add a moving average onto the ATR just so you can smooth it out, get a real good idea of what this ATR is looking like. You can use whatever period you want. I like to use the 20. And the reason I do that is just because, again, that overnight ATR is seeping over into the cash session, and it's not really an accurate picture for me. I want to see an average. You could even make it faster, but something that gives me a better idea of what this ATR is at the time, comparatively to the previous price action. Now we came in off of some volatility contraction into the moving average right at the line in the sand, and then you had your first initial impulse, which was off the data, and that kind of sparked it. And so then you wait for this pullback here. Say you get in right here. I'm going to show you guys where you could have gotten in. This candlestick right here, it closed right here with the crosses and everything. You don't have to wait till this turns green. Just use the moving averages like you normally would. Say you're getting in right here. Okay. Go down here and look and see what your ATR is at the time. You can see the regular is about 10. You can see this is about 7 on a 10 moving average. I would take the middle, and then you got about 9 points of risk. So 9 points of risk times 4 is 36 ticks. And then so now you got your risk to reward set up here. Here's the thing. So your risk to reward, your risk level is what determines your profit target. It's not the other way around. Our profit target might be here at 38.52, but if our risk level in our entry point is only 9 points, then you're better off basically using that to develop the target. So if we're at 9 points, a good risk to a conservative one is 1.5 to 1 ratio. Okay, so 1 to 1.5 ratio risk reward, or you could go to 1 to 2 risk reward. Let's just do this a little. 1 to 2 risk reward. Let's just do it like that. Okay, or if you're really going for it, 1 to 3 risk reward. But here's the thing: each level of these it's going to be harder for your win rate. It's going to hurt your win rate. The higher you go here on the spectrum of risk reward, higher the risk reward, the lower the win rate. And why is that? Because essentially, if you're getting in here and you've got a 3 to 1 risk reward, then your target with 9 points, your target's going to be what? 9 times 3, so 27 points. It's going to be a lot harder on average to hit 27 points than it is to hit, say it's 13.5 points, right? Or, if your target is only 13.5 points, what is that? 54 ticks. Your win rate's going to go way up. Yeah, you missed this entire move here. But here's the thing. There's other entry points to get in as well. So this is how I do it. I like to trade somewhere between these 1.5 and 2. If you go for the 3, just know that the win rate's going to drop. But I like a higher win rate. So the lower your risk reward, the higher the win rate. And so you got to find the happy medium for yourself in there to know when and where you feel comfortable taking on more risk for the lower win rate, because you're going to get stopped out more often, right? So yeah, you take 9 points risk, but then you go for the gusto here, and then this thing goes all the way up here, and then it reverses and comes and stops you out. So then you end up giving up, say 20 points when you were aiming for 27, that's where your risk reward ratio essentially comes into play, and that's how it affects your win rate. So hopefully this makes sense. Like I said, we're gonna try and see if we can get some of these risk reward metrics implemented into the algo. I think that'll help folks as well, because not only do these play a factor, every other trader out there is using a similar system to this, or most of the professionals are using the ATR type of target system. A lot of the algos are programmed off of it as well. So hopefully this makes sense. If you have more questions, leave them in the comments or go to the Discord, and always available for these questions. And hopefully you'll like this. Make sure to check out the link in the description to get your free trial. And there's also the Discord link in there as well. And then follow me on Twitter, like and subscribe. Peace.